So it right up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't subscribed, but make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell ding dong. Let's have it right so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. Always see things I never see. And salute the no surrender mentality. Let's have it right. So, Lincoln City, the city of Lincoln. 1, Chelsea. 2, through. Carabao Cup, we're through to the next round. Fantastic, well done. Top draw. Let me run through something. Chelsea team to face Lincoln. Jorgensen in goal, Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, Hato, Fernandes, Santos, Garnacho, Buonanotte, Kittens, and George. Yeah? Now, do you know how much? I worked it out. Do you know how much that squad is? Squad is over 300 million. 300 million pound notes spent on that squad. And that's the squad that you put forward to play Lincoln City, Division 1. Division 1 Lincoln City. And let's have it right. That first half was an absolute fucking disgrace on all levels. Outplayed in every department. Lincoln, identity, patterns of play, played as a team, created 3 killer chances against our what? And Enzo Fernandez crosses that ball, a crossfield ball to Trev, fluffs his lines so that Trev's in no man's land with no opportunity, 2 men on him, nicks the ball, gets the ball nicked off him, and then they go and score 1-0 up in the first half. Yeah? And you wrong'uns want to blame Trev Chalobah for that to protect your Enzo Fernandez, yeah? This guy is an absolute disgrace. For 3 years, I ain't witnessed nothing elite about this guy. The only thing elite about Enzo Fernandez is his coach singing, and that is all I'll leave it at, yeah? Because that guy had the biggest stinker I've ever seen against Lincoln. What are we doing here? Shit. 1-0 down at half time. We go into the second half. What does he do? Brings on Esteval. He's got to bring on Esteval. What was Baby Lurch doing? What was this Brighton Seagull merchant doing in that first half? What was the entire team doing? Yeah. And then you have to rely in the second half, the Tyreek George scoring a fantastic screamer. Yeah. From outside the box. 1-1, like he dug us out against Fulham. Let's remind everyone the same Tyreek George that they tried to sell on deadline day for the pound note, for pure profit, told him he ain't got any place in the Chelsea squad to force him out, only to fuck up his paperwork to Fulham on deadline day. So this kid, poor kid, the whole deal breaks down. And now you're starting him against Lincoln. In fact, you brought him on in the last game, didn't you? And he digs us out. And then we get another bit of luck. Oh, what do you call this guy? Notte. Let's just call him a knot. Yeah? The seagull knot. Yeah? Wriggled his way through and melts again. Oh, look at Lionel Messi. Where was he? He's shambles, bruv. Yeah? Scored his debut goal, his first goal for Chelsea against fucking Lincoln City. Oh, wow. He's up in the levels, bruv. He's up in the levels. Well, he better up the levels if he's the backup to Cole Palmer, who apparently Enzo Maresca has come out publicly and said, we have to speak to Palmer, we have to manage him game by game because it looks like he might need surgery. Fantastic. That's what happens when you burn out players the last 2 seasons with a Carabao Cup mixing in with that, play him out of position, and also he's got a groin injury and you're desperate to play him because everyone else is shit. So have it right, because a squad building is so piss poor. That is why we are where we are. 2 billion spent. So have it right, have a day off. Yeah. So we go 2-1 up. You think happy days. We're going to cruise it. Yeah. Cruise it. Are you having a laugh? We were holding on to dear life. You had to bring on Neto. You had to bring on Cucurella, take on that fucking coach singer because he was a shambles, bruv. Oh, to rest him, manage his minutes, yeah? Not the fact that he had a stinker, all right? Take off Tyreek George, brought up one of our Cobham kids, and we still couldn't fucking kill the game off. It was an absolute disgrace of a performance from start to finish. And even though we won the game, it's just like it's the manner in which you win it. Back in the day, old Chelsea, we'd be smashing these teams up 6-0, 7-0, bruv, with our fucking reserves, our backup team, our squad team. This is where we come now. For over 300 million on that bench. And then when you brought on those other players, well, fucking hell, you're bringing on all the first teamers to try and see out the game with Lincoln, and they had a chance right to death. Jorgensen, worse than Sanchez. We know this, but you didn't go in the market and buy an elite goalkeeper. And I don't want to hear your PR that you're waiting to go and get Mike Magnan, because apparently Man United are interested in him now. I don't even believe that. It's all a load of waffle. You had every opportunity to pay 18 million for Mike Magnan, and you didn't pay for it. You had every opportunity to get Donnarumma on 26 million, who's one Ballon d'Or goalkeeper at whatever trophies won in the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. You know, it's a no-brainer. But don't worry, Cole Palmer come 8th in Ballon d'Or, because that's all you lot are holding on to is Cole Palmer. It's Cole Palmer FC. But when Cole Palmer doesn't play, this is what we get. Against Lincoln, Division 1, they had more shots on target, more attempts than we did. And we've got all the talent, we've got all the players, all these players you overhype. Questions need to be asked, yeah? All right? When I call out the fact that we've spent all that money and this is what we got. Jamie Carragher landed down Minnals and speaks like a true Minnals FC ultra, even though he does spit the facts on this matter, but generally he spits at little girls and we don't condone that. You know, let's make that very, very clear. But the reality is, yeah, you're going into your 4th season with Chalobah, Tozin, Fofana in your backline, Badashile. I mean, it's just Trev, cool. You lot coming at Trev, you're a disgrace. He's our best defender. And that's a fact. No one can tell me any other way. He pulled a goal out at Old Trafford, give us a lifeline. Where was anyone else? He was the one against Fulham, but was involved in 2 of the situations with the 2 goals for us to just about win that game, where we could have lost that game. So Trev, salute to Trev, yeah? Let's question the midfield. No Casado as well in that midfield, was there? Let's question Gusto. Let's question Fofana playing on left centre-back. What's that all about? Yeah? Let's question the manager coming out before the game saying that he's worried about playing Lincoln City. What then dead mentality is that? Let's question what the manager's saying. Let me read it out to you about Liverpool. What does he say? Before we say that, he says, I'd love to rest Tozin and Trev. The problem is that we also have Wes Fofana playing after a long time. So if we rest Tozin, if we rest Trev, and if we rest Wes, well, Wesley Fofana's on a rest 24/7 anyway, because he's not even getting any minutes. Probably I need to play some part of the game. We don't have defenders, so some of them need to play. Oh, that's great. So we're justifying that. But let's read out this here. Enzo Maresca on Liverpool says the players have decided to buy show the intention of the club to go again for the Premier League and the Champions League, and that is quite clear. If Liverpool continue this way, I think it's impossible to catch them, not just for us, but for all the clubs. They have been doing a fantastic job since last year. So basically what he's telling you is he's likely come out publicly asking for a central defender, and these clowns, Winstanley, Stewart, Joe Shields, Egg Barley, Feliciano, Meatloaf Tout Bowley, all said, no, we're quite competent enough in central defence. We don't need to go in the market. But if an opportunity comes in January of some young wonder kid central defender, we'll go for that. But we're going to absolutely mud our manager because he's a yes man. He has to do as he's told, even though he's come out publicly. And we don't like that. We don't like the fact that you come out publicly talking about Liverpool, showing intent when you're meant to be PRing that we're showing intent. So it seems to me that the manager's starting to show a bit of Italian blood here. Maybe he's starting to drink some of that super glamour minerals. I don't know what's going on, but the reality is we were hearing rumours if he doesn't win tonight, then, you know, it could be uncomfortable conversations. The moment they sack this guy, who do you think they're going to bring in? And does it even fucking matter? It's not about the manager anymore. It's gone beyond that. It's about the players on the pitch. It's about the structure and the model. And Paul Merson, salute to Paul Merson, lovely geezer, Chelsea supporter, he came out and says Chelsea have a model that they stick to. If there's no profit in it, the player won't be bought. They buy young at the right market value. That doesn't really work for a goalkeeper. The club has changed. The club is a disaster. The club is showing no intent. And Enzo Maresca is absolutely spot on when he's talking about Liverpool. And everyone can see the intent that Liverpool made. They haven't gone and blown 2 billion, bruv, in 7 transfer windows. And by the way, Pawnstein, Pinocchio in human form, you told us to judge the owners and the project after 4 transfer windows. Then you flipped the script because it was a shambles, to have it right, to 7 transfer windows. And now we're in the 7th transfer window, gone, past. We're going into 8 transfer windows. We've spent 2 billion quid or $2 billion for all you turtlenecks, yeah, irrespective, it's 2 billion. And this is what we got to show for it. We got to hold on to dear life on 1 hour on a nutsack to rely on a Cobham kid that they tried to sell to bring us back in the game, and a lone player from Brighton who's meant to be a backup to Cole Palmer who's going to need surgery. Yeah. And on top of that, you didn't bring us an elite goalkeeper. Jorgensen almost forced an error, unforced error, for us to go 2-2 and probably, what, does he go straight to penalties more than likely? Yeah. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. And I don't know what anyone's thinking right now. What are you positive about? All you toxic positive merchants, what are you actually positive about? This is an absolute embarrassment. It's a disgrace. And like the thumbnail shows, Reece James getting sprayed on, bruv, and wiped because it was literally squeaky bum time. It was meat sweats. Yeah, those meat sweats Enzo Fernandez gets when he went to the Ballon d'Or cafeteria, bruv, and had an all-you-can-eat Blueco buffet, bruv, because he ain't winning no Ballon d'Or, bruv. Yeah, the overweight fucking Argentinian World Cup winner who wants to point at his Club World Cup badge to Mason Mount to get brownie points PR because of his shit performance against Man United that we lost at Old Trafford to the worst Man United team, when the whole fucking reason he's in the Club World Cup and won the Club World Cup is because Mason Mount gave the biggest open play assist for Chelsea Football Club to Kai Havertz to win us our second star for us to be qualifying for this Club World Cup. It's a fucking joke, man. It's an embarrassment. Like, what are we doing here, bruv? Hey, what are we really doing here? Look at this defence. Look at this goalkeeping situation. Sanchez sent off. We've got Jorgensen now for another 2 games. It's a fucking joke, bruv. Yeah? We're playing, what? Seagull Merchants. Then we got Benfica. And then we got Liverpool. So we haven't got Sanchez for Brighton or Liverpool. And we're going to have Jorgensen now. These scouts, these directors, I'll tell you what, they need to be shipped out. They're the ones that need to be sacked, but they've been given a contract extension because of you lot didn't put pressure, because pressure makes diamonds, didn't put pressure to buy Bastonis, Donnarummas, and all the experience and leadership that we need, that we have in our first team, and these young kids. No, I'm hearing Cole Palmer can be a role model to Esteval. Why the fuck is a 23-year-old Cole Palmer being a role model to Esteval Willian? He's learning his trade himself. He's doing his own bits. Well, he's going to go and have surgery, so he ain't going to be much of a role model to Esteval Willian. The fact that you got to bring on your Brazilian wonder kid against Lincoln is mad to me, bro. You know, it's an absolute disgrace. Yeah, and I could be ranting and raving, and people are going to be glossing up this win more than likely, going, "Oh, it's a much-needed win. Now we can kick on." Kick on. That performance was disgraceful. Yeah, lucky to win that game. Very lucky to win that game. Lincoln, well played to them. They played very, very well. And it's just criminal that you can even say that they had a sniff or had a chance. They shouldn't even have a chance to beat us. They shouldn't even scored a goal. You lot are praising Jorgensen for having a clean sheet. Yeah, all right. Mate, Jorgensen, Sanchez, same shit, man. They shit the bed. They can't keep clean sheets in their own yard. That's where we are right now. The defence is all over the gaff. Trevor's our only general in the back line, and that's a fact. And you can see this squad depth is so piss poor. So all you lot talking about title charge, like, you're on some heavy gear, ain't you? I think you are. I think you really are on some heavy gear. You need to lay off it, yeah? On top of that, Chelsea striker Mark Guy, who we brought back from giving a here we go to Sunderland to bring him back as a here we go back to Chelsea in the same transfer window because of their fucking incompetence in buying a world-class striker and not having to deal with a Dilap, who's injured now, or just, Pedro's not even an out-and-out number 9, let's have it right, who apparently he's got a few knocks. He's a bit fatigued and all that jazz, yeah. Apparently, he's eligible to play against Lincoln City, but it appears Chelsea were unaware of the rule change. What incompetence is this at this football club? How can you be unaware that he's eligible to play against Lincoln? Because you didn't plan for him to be at Chelsea. You plan to ship him out so that you can get him on loan, so that he can make you some money in pound notes, having a blockbuster season at Southampton, who lost to Liverpool. So have it right. I rest my case and I stand correct in everything I always say, and I always say it as it is. This project's not for football. This is a fucking embarrassment. And you know what? Everyone's seen that Simon Cowell meme where he's walking down, everyone's applauding. That's Siri Merchant Egg Barley and all you elephant walking, brown envelope, blue cone minions applauding winning against a Lincoln City just about on one hair and a nutsack. Because that's how far our standards have fallen. That's how far this football club's fallen. That's how this is all down to the recruitment. When I blame the ownership, it's down to recruitment. And Enzo Maresca is actually calling it out. Probably wants to sack at this rate, but he ain't looking too healthy. He's calling out. He wanted experience. He wanted a Mike Magnan. He wanted a goalkeeper upgrade. He didn't want Sanchez. There was all this rumours. Then they flipped the script with PR. I remember all this shit. All right. He wants a centre back because no one else is able to play on the left side to invert and all that nonsense because he loves to invert and his whole team has to invert like his hairline. That's the going rate. Even Sanchez, he's inverting because he's got an inverted hairline and loves to get sent off. Jackson is finished with Jackson. He doesn't want to come back. It's just all a shambles, bro, from top to bottom. And this is down to the directors, the model, the wage structure. This is all the same nonsense, 24/7. And I'm tired of it. I'm bored of it. This is not a test. This should be a game where we go easy 4-5-0 up, a little bit of a confidence and ego booster, but don't take no notice of it. Carabao Cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup, and at the end of the day, we almost got knocked out of it. That's the reality. Salute to Tyreek George. Fantastic finish. Wonderful finish from the kid. And is he Chelsea level? Is he really? No, most of these players shouldn't be in this squad. And that's the reality. Players that they bought. Yeah? Players that they bought. I'm surprised they didn't put Tyreek George in the bomb squad. That's how deep it is. Enzo Maresca is so fucked with the amount of injuries, the amount of fatigue from the squad in his striker position that he's got no choice. And Mark Gay, well, they didn't know that he could play, could they? So, it's not good. Cole Palmer's expected to miss 3 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 to 10, could be 6 to 8 weeks by the time he gets back fit. Also, everyone's going, pies and mash, saying, for those doubting Maresca, never forget the masterclass he dropped on Enrique. Yeah, that masterclass. You're going to live behind that forever, are you? For holding on dear life to support this yes man gaffer who come to support us. Let's remind him he got done by fucking McKenna of Ipswich. Yeah, back to back. In fact, what? How many times has he been done? What other managers? What about Brighton? What about the Brighton Seagull manager? Got done back to back there. You're like, what are we doing here, man? The flip-flopping is mental gymnastics from these brown envelopes. And it's absolutely embarrassing, bruv. Yeah, it really is embarrassing. So this is where we are at Chelsea Football Club. We're done. We're done. This is a disgrace of a performance. Yeah. But apparently the medical staff, they didn't mention to me about the surgery until today. The surgery suggestion. Listen, he knows full well what's going on. They know full well what's going on with Cole Palmer. And this is a big, big concern and worrying times for us Chelsea supporters, because if Cole Palmer is not fit, we are done. I'm telling you that now. We are fucked. Going into stronger fixtures. We haven't even played anyone from the top 6. No one from the top 6. So you got to brace yourselves. And all you brown envelopes should be in that fucking Clown Lake padded room locked up with a straitjacket, bruv. Yeah? Muzzled up like Hannibal Lecter, because you're a disgrace, man, sponsoring this nonsense. It's an absolute embarrassment. I'm actually embarrassed. I didn't want to do a stream, so I've done this instead. Salute to all my Minerals FC Ultras. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Long live our Chelsea old boys. No surrender mentality. Win, lose, draw, Buko out. Let's have it right.